afternoon. Welcome to my classroom. In this lecture number 11, we will discuss about steady state diffusion through a varying cross section area into an infinite standard medium. In the previous lecture, we have solved a few numericals on experimental determination of vapor diffusivity. So various solvents we have considered toluene, carbon tetrachloride, acetone, like that. So we have in the previous lecture we have derived experimentally how to determine the vapor diffusivity. Using that expression, which is a function of time, we can determine the diffusivity of a vapor. Okay, so in this lecture we are going to discuss about this diffusion through varying cross section area. So when I say varying cross section area, in the previous lecture, so what we did is we consider a test tube in which a liquid was there, right? So with respect to time, so the level was changing, but the cross section area of the liquid remained same. Even though the level was changing, Z1, Z2, like that with respect to time, but the cross section area was constant. But whereas now, if we consider a case of a rainwater drop, what will happen if it is evaporating? It will shrink in the size. Even if you consider the sublimation of naphthalene ball, initially it will be of big size, then it reduces the size with respect to time, right? So that way the size will reduce because there is sublimation of naphthalene ball is taking place. So both of these we can assume them to be spherical shape. Okay, we can assume them to be spherical in shape, and we can derive an expression for flux, because after this evaporation from the surface of the raindrop or from the surface of this naphthalene ball, we have diffusion of the species A taking place in a stagnant air. Okay, stagnant atmosphere. Let me say it is B, let the substance be A. So this vapor of A will be diffusing from here to here. So for which we can derive an expression. So we are going to derive an expression for steady state diffusion through varying cross section area. Okay, so that's what we was telling you. So in this section, we will be solving numericals, as well as we will first derive the expressions for diffusion from a spherical particle into an infinite body of stagnant gas. And the objective is to demonstrate that how to set up a differential equation to describe the diffusion in these processes. Okay, so these solutions which we are developing represents a special case where we are having both molecular diffusion and convective mass transfer taking place. Okay, so in this particular lecture number 11, we are going to derive an expression for time required to shrink from R1 to Rs for a spherical shaped water drop or raindrop or naphthalene ball. Okay, so before getting into the subject, you should know what is the specific surface area for a sphere. What is the surface area of the sphere? It's 4 pi r square. So what is this volume of a sphere? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So these two, if you know, it will be easier for us to proceed with the derivation. So first what we are going to do is, we will consider an evaporating spherical shaped raindrop. The vapor formed at the surface of the raindrop is assumed to diffuse by molecular motions into large body of stagnant gas, as I showed earlier. So whatever is the surface A, so we have a system where we have stagnant B is there. Okay, so we are assuming like that, but in real case, we will not, if it is an open atmosphere, we will never have like that, right? So there will be air blowing with a particular velocity, right? So it is a special case where we are considering it is from the surface of a liquid drop or a solid surface, spherical shaped naphthalene surface, how A is diffusing from this place to bulk of the B. Okay. So for this, what we will do is, we are considering a spherical shaped particle of, it can be a raindrop, and the surrounding is stagnant air. Okay, so then all our notations represent A is water drop and B is air. Okay, so after this, if we consider a small shell, so we will consider a thin shell, imaginary shell having a thickness of delta r, considering we are considering and thickness r, and which means it will have internal thickness of the inner ring is radius r. Since thickness is delta r, the radius of the outer shell will be r plus delta r. Okay, so with this, in this we are going to do, first we will write what is the rate of input of a at r, what is the rate of output of a at r plus delta r, and we'll make a material steady state material balance, and we will divide by delta r on both sides, taking delta r tending to 0, and we will introduce limit delta r tending to 0, what it is becoming definition of differential, and we are going to obtain flux into surface area is equal to a constant which is W. You can say that it is having a unit of kg mole per second. Okay, so we can go with derivation now. Yeah. So what we consider, we have initial radius r and we have a thickness of delta r. So the outer radius is r plus delta r. Okay, so what is the rate of input? So we know that flux is n. Okay, so flux is n. So what is the rate of input of a into the shell? N into cross section surface area. So what is the surface area? N into 4 pi r square at r is the rate of input of a, rate of input of a into the thin shell. Okay, so then what is the rate of output of this is at r equal to r, or you can say at radius equal to r. This is at radius equal to r plus delta r. So what is the output? Same this value n into 4 pi r square at r plus delta r. Why we are doing this? Surface area kg mole per meter square second. So we are writing in kg mole per second. Okay. So this is rate of input and they have rate of output. Okay. So at steady state, so you can say at steady state, what is the mass balance? Same similar thing this will be done in CRE course, heat transfer course also, right? So at steady state, what is the mass balance? At steady state means what is the value of accumulation?
Zero.
Accumulation is 0. So in general, mass balance is input minus output equal to accumulation. Okay. So here when accumulation is 0, we have input minus output. Input we have, output we have. So what we have is 4 pi r square into Na at r minus 4 pi r square into Na at r plus delta r is equal to 0. Okay, and if we divide by delta r on both sides, the right side is going to be r only. Okay, so what we did, divide by delta r on both sides. Okay, so what is this? So when we say that limit delta r tending to 0, so this is nothing but equation differential, definition of differential. So what is that? Minus d by dr of 4 pi r square Na. Any doubt in this? So this is from mathematical definition, a differential. When you take differential of this value at two values r plus delta r, you are going to get expression like this. That is the definition of differential. Okay, so So we have this expression, this derivative equal to 0 means, what does it mean? Any constant, if you take differential, it will become 0, right? So that way we get to know that 4 pi r square into Na is equal to constant. Okay. So what is this 4 pi r square? Surface area. What is this Na? Flux. So we have flux into surface area equal to constant, which can be given, say, let me say it is W. In general, most of the textbooks use it, W. Okay. So W is, what is the unit? Kg mole per second. When you multiply by area, meter square, it gets cancelled of N, right? N is kg mole per meter square second. When you multiply by area, we get kg mole per second. So that is the molar flow rate, kg mole per second. Okay, so this is applicable for all the steady state diffusion through variable area. This is general surface area. I have written general so that if it is going to be cylinder, you are going to use the surface area of the cylinder. Whatever is the shape, if you know the surface area, so you can say flux into that particular shape's surface area, this product is going to be constant. Okay. So coming to this particular case, so what we have is, we are having a binary system of A and B, where A is diffusing through a stagnant B. Okay, so we are considering this to be a stagnant B. Okay.
And whatever water droplet and naphthalene ball, we are assuming the solid is moving through itself. But what actually happens from A to B is it goes away from the surface area to the, I mean, outer surface area to the B, na sir. Why you are assuming from the center it goes through the differential?
I'll let you know.
Okay, sir.
Point is, I am showing you spherical shell within the solid particle because easier for you to understand the radius stuff. What if I am say this is the radius? You can consider anywhere, no, thickness.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the thing is, it is shrinking with respect to time. The radius is shrinking with respect to time. So anyway, wherever you consider an element, our objective is this spherical particle from this size, it becoming this size, this, and disappears, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is it happening to the RS? RS1 is this, with respect to time t equal to 1, t1. T2 RS is 2, T3 RS is 3, right? So T4 RS is 4. So we are concerned about the what is happening. So that way, the rate at which the diameter is changing can be explained when we consider the thing within this. Okay. When we
Yes.
what your doubt is about that, what we will consider is diffusion across the gas film. That integration limit, when we substitute, you will come to know that. Okay, when the surface to infinity, then I will consider the radius at the surface. Here the radius is infinity. The concentration is, let me say, concentration of A at the surface, concentration of A at infinity. Or if I say partial pressure at the surface and partial pressure at infinity. That means when we write the vapor, for vapor, when I write flux equation, I have to consider that limit.
Okay,
Understood?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so to start with, this is a case of, we understood that it is a case of A diffusing in and B is non-diffusive. Okay, so what is the relationship between J flux and N flux? We know that N flux is equal to Na is equal to, for a binary system, it is a binary system, Na plus Nb into Xa plus Ja. For a gas or vapor, we can say Xa can be expressed as in terms of Pa, and in place of J I can write How, what that is fixed law in terms of partial pressure? I want to express it in terms of partial pressure. So how to write that? JA is equal to S minus DAB. If I say it is dPA by dZ, so what should come out?
1 by RT knee.
1 by RT. Okay. So we can make use of them here. So we can write, and what is the case B is non-diffusive means NB is equal to 0, flux of B is 0. So we have NA is equal to, please complete previous lectures. Okay, so what is a Fick's law? What is the relationship between convective flux, J flux? J flux is given by Fick's law. All that we should know by this time. Okay, so Na is equal to, you can say Na into, what is the relationship between XA and PA? Oh, who said RT?
Sir, XA will be PA by P total.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Know that mole fraction is equal to partial pressure by total pressure, that is XA or YA is equal to PA by P. Sorry, mole fraction is partial pressure. So actually if I write YA, we will clearly write, we always write YA equal to PA by P total, right? So even if it is X, the same thing we can write. Okay, so YA equal to PA by T, PA by P. Okay, so take this to the left hand side. So what we have is Na into 1 minus PA by P equal to minus DAB by RT dPA by dr. Okay, so this you can further simplify and take it to the right hand side. So what we'll have is Na is equal to, this P minus PA by P equal to minus DAB by RT dPA by dr. We can rearrange this to what is right, what is Na. I told you to write that. So first you write what is Na. Na is equal to minus DAB P by P minus PA into RT dPA by dr. Right? So Na equal to this. So already we give a number to this equation 5. Already we have that second equation. What is that second equation? W equal to something. What is that? So we have 4 pi r square into Na equal to constant W, right? So this equation number 2 you take Na into 4 pi r square into Na is equal to this, like that, because then only we can do this integration for r. So what we will do is we have W equal to Na into 4 pi r square, right? That is 5 into, we have W equal to Na into 4 pi r square. So we can substitute that W equal to minus DAB P by P minus PART into dPA by dr into 4 pi r square. Okay, so for this you do the separation and integration, separating the PA and dr terms. So you have P minus PA, so you have dPA, you have dr and r square. Separate these two and integrate. Rest of the terms are constant, so you can integrate. Okay, so what you will get? So if I take minus dPA by dr in one side and take the rest of the terms to the other side, so what I get is RT into simply RTW by 4 pi DAB into P. For integration purpose, we are taking it to the left hand side. So what now only, as somebody was asking also, what is the limit now? Okay, when R equal to Rs, what is the concentration? Now only we are considering about diffusion. So we have radius is at the surface. Okay, so another one is radius is at some infinity distance. But when r equal to rs, we have a concentration Pa at the surface. Okay, and in the infinity it is Pa. When r equal to infinity, we have Pa infinity. Understood? So this is our droplet or any solid ball. Okay, naphthalene ball. So from the surface to at the infinity distance, this is the infinity distance we are considering molecular diffusion is taking place. Okay, so we have a flux equation. So integrating limits are radius of the surface to infinity and partial pressure of the A, species A at the surface, comma, Pa infinity. Okay. So one thing to remember is what is 1 by infinity?
0.
0, right? So this, if you remember, you will able to integrate it properly. So integrate, separating and integrating between the limits PAS to PA infinity. Shall I write it again? So separating and integrating between the limits RS to infinity and PAS to PA infinity. So we get in one side minus dPA by P minus PA, moving from PAS to PA infinity. Okay, is equal to right hand side is RTW by 4 pi DABP. Is it right? 4 pi DABP integral 1 by R square dr. Integral 1 by R square dr, radius changing from RS to infinity. Okay. You can keep this one in the right hand side. What is there? Nothing. So do the integration. What is left hand side? So left hand side you will get ln of P minus PA. So we have to substitute upper limit and lower limit. We will get log of P minus PA infinity divided by P minus total pressure. Total pressure P minus PA. Yes, in the left hand side.
Minus will come.
The minus I have written here. Okay. Or minus into minus will become plus.
Yes, sir. Plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
This minus sign is there, so that will become plus. So here also, what you get, you write that down. Okay. So what do you get in the right hand side?
RTW by 4 pi PABRS. DABRS.
Yes, sir.
Equal to RTW by
4 pi DABRS.
P. What happened to P? This P is there, no?
Yes, sir. By P.
Yes, sir. P
Total
is there.
into.
So for others understanding, we get actually 0 minus 1 by RS, right?
Minus of.
Minus of. So we get minus 1 by R. So if we substitute the upper limit, 1 by infinity is 0, 1 by RS. So we are going to get any finally positive value only. Minus into minus plus. So we have RTW by 4 pi DABP into RS. Got it? Anybody not getting all positive values? Are you getting any extra minus? Please check. So rewrite what is W. rearrange to write what is W. So we have W is equal to this much. Give a number to this equation. Up to 5 we have written. Six. Rearrange to write what is W. So all the term except W, take every term to the right hand side. So all these will become in the numerator, right? So you have 4 pi DAB total pressure RS. Then RT will go to the denominator. Then this log term. Okay. So now similar to in earlier case what we assumed whatever is the amount of liquid water which is getting vaporized, that is diffusing into the stagnant air. That's what we consider, right? Similar to that here.
First, can you go top, sir?
So we have to write rate of evaporation of, if you, as I said, only word change is there. Okay, rate of evaporation of water drop or sublimation of your naphthalene. Okay, so rate of evaporation of the drop at any instant so I want, actually you know what is the volume meter cube, you know density kg per meter cube. Okay, and if you divide by molecular weight kg per kg mole, what you will get, and with respect to time if you do volumetric rate, density and molecular weight, what will be the unit you will get? We will get kg mole per second, right? Meter cube, kg, kg. So we get, so this W has the unit of kg mole per second, right? Because W is a flux Na into area, surface area, right? Surface area. So kg mole per meter square second multiplied by meter square, we get kg mole per second. So here also, so the rate of evaporation of the drop at any instant can be given by, at any instant the radius is Rs. So what will be the rate of evaporation of this droplet? Yes.
Sir, I think we have done one mistake, sir, in top.
What is that?
Miss negative one. Once can you see the negative sign, sir, once in top above equation 7?
No, I didn't get you. Please speak slowly.
Get minus 1 by r, sir. So in the equation we get 1 by r square integration minus 1 by r.
Yeah. That's what that minus I have written here.
Here minus, sir.
Left hand side.
On left hand side minus, what happens?
So here my P minus PA is there, no? Already there was a minus. Minus is plus plus. That's what I was telling you. So here I was telling already minus. Integration is minus ln of 1 minus whatever it is, P minus PA. So that minus into minus will become plus. Here it was plus. So your integration is minus 1 by r. Minus 1 we kept outside. Then we substitute the limit to get 1 by rs. So this minus into minus will again become plus. So there is no minus sign in the equation. Okay?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no issues. Good. So this is rate of evaporation we are trying to write. So we can say that volume into density divided by molecular weight will give you the, and with the change of that with respect to time is rate of evaporation. Okay, so we can say that. So what is the volume of the sphere? So
4 by 3 pi r cube.
So remember it is for sphere. You should do the, when you do the derivation for cylinder, we have to use accordingly what is the volume here. That is the point here, check point here. Okay, volume. Okay, so I am writing this because this is important. When you want to do for any other shape, you should be able to change only this place will be changed. Accordingly, the values will change. Okay, so we have minus d by dt of volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, density of A, molecular weight of A. Okay, so this is the rate of evaporation. We have seen that unit also will be kg mole per second, and this is equal to W. This is 9. At steady state, we know that. Assuming, so here also again pseudo steady state is coming into picture. Okay, what do you have to say? Assuming drop size is changing so slowly that the diffusion of vapor through the surrounding air occurs steady state at all times. So again we are considering pseudo steady state. Instantaneously equilibrium exists between this rate of evaporation and diffusion. Okay, so that means W at by dt. Okay, this also we can even replace 4 by 3 d by dt of this thing is there, na? So what is rs cube? What is d differential of rs cube?
3rs square.
3 rs square. 3 rs square into what? We are not taking
drs.
that is important.
DRS by dt.
No, we are not doing dt here. Okay, you have any substitute here, it will become like that. Okay, so that you can substitute here. Okay, because only other things are constant, so we can say that this equal rate of evaporation is equal to other terms constant, so I can take, right, 4 by 3 pi rho a by ma. Okay, 4 pi rho a by 3 ma. Okay, then 3 rs square drs by dt. Steady state, actually it is pseudo steady state. Okay, at steady state 8 is equal to 9. Okay, that is rate of evaporation is equal to W. So we have from these two equation we have W is equal to, so equating 8 and 9, W is equal to, so whatever we had you can write that. Okay, so W equal to this. Is it minus is there here? Minus is there because
Yes, sir.
it is there. Okay, so minus 4 pi rho a r square divided by ma drs by dt. What is W? We have derived earlier. Okay, W, this term, total term you write 4 pi dab p by rt rs ln p minus pa infinity by p minus pas. Can someone tell me? I will write. So we have 4 pi dab p by rt ln of p minus pa infinity by p minus pas equal to this thing, minus 4 pi rho a r square by, I'm just rewriting now. Next step is separating and integrating for rs and dt. Okay, r square by ma drs by dt, because radius will be decreasing with respect to time, right? So let me say rs naught, rs1, finally rs anytime, right? So that way radius, remember the spherical shape will keep decreasing in size, so that we have to consider. Okay, so this is what we have. So minus 4 pi rho by m r square drs by dt. On the other side we have 4 pi dab p by rt rs ln p minus pa infinity by p minus pas. Here rs square is there, here rs is there. Can you cancel? Okay. And then we have to separate the RS term and T terms. Is there any T there? So rest of the constant terms you can keep it, club them. So what we have to do say is, we have, please write down that the change in drop size over a considerable time period can be determined by integrating the equation when time t equal to 0, initial concentration is, radius is RS naught. At any instant of time t dash, the radius is RS dash. Okay. You can use any subscript, that is not the issue. So initially it is RS naught. Final concentration at whatever time, for time whatever symbol you give, you can give that one. Okay. Or even you can say that time t equal to t1 and time t equal to t2. So we can say RS1, RS2. This also can be used when we say that initially it was 5 mm in diameter and after certain time it became 3 mm in diameter. What is the time taken to reduce this size? Right. So for the T1 also T2, RS1, RS2 is there, right? So that way we can substitute. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, here we have pressure term, no, sir, means P minus PAS.
Okay.
That PAS will be dependent on radius, no, sir.
I will tell you, it is a pure substance A. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Partial pressure of A, it is a vapor A we are considering. It's equal to, partial pressure is equal to vapor pressure into mole fraction. At the surface it is always pure A, right? Whatever is the diameter, partial pressure is equal to vapor pressure because it is pure A, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that way that will take care, no? Then at the any time surface, means I am sitting here, I am same weight. I sit somewhere else, I am having same weight, no? Similar to that. At the surface is changing, but the vapor pressure is same at the surface. Okay, that is
Yes, sir.
equal to, means that's what actually when we substitute in for numerical, we are going to make use of this, right? PA equal to PA naught, vapor pressure. What is PA infinity? Negligible, and it is equal to 0, right? So for derivation purpose, we are holding the terms as it is, so that when we solve numerical, we can substitute what is PAS, what is PA infinity. Always PAS your vapor pressure, and PA infinity is going to be 0. Okay, because the concentration of the substance in the bulk of the air is 0, right? So that is with respect to numericals. So here you have to differentiate, separating and integrating between the limit RS naught to RS dash, and what is the time 0 to T dash, or you can say T1 to T2, whatever it is. I am using T1 to 0 to T dash. Okay. Separate and integrate. First simplify this RS term. So RS square will get cancelled. We have only RS DRS in one side. Okay. Let me say RS DRS in the right hand side is as it is, and the limits are RS naught to RS dash. Okay. Right hand side means all the constant term. You cancel out whatever is getting cancelled. 4 pi gets cancelled. Okay. Anything else gets cancelled? I hope rest will stay back. Okay. So simplify. So we are keeping this in this side. That means MA will go numerator, density will go to denominator. Okay. So what we have is total pressure term, DAV term, RT term, DABP by RT, RS got cancelled. So from here, MA goes to the numerator, density goes to denominator. And then this term is there, right? Don't forget, some people forget this term. This will stay back. Okay, so that is ln of P minus PA naught by P minus PAS into dt. Okay, so dt will go to the numerator and integrating limit is t1 to t dash or t0 to t dash. Usually t0 will be our initial time. Okay, so that way t0 will be 0. So it is going to be r square by 2 upper limit and lower limit. Here it is going to be simply t dash minus t0. Okay, so rs dash. What happened to the minus term? There is one minus term, right? Okay, so what we will get is here minus sign will be there. So minus of rs dash square minus rs naught square by 2 is equal to all these terms into t dash minus t naught. Okay, so please write all the terms. P into dab ma ln of p minus pa naught divided by p minus pas divided by rho art. So this minus sign, what does it mean? You cannot. This is greater than this, right? You can take it to write rs naught square minus rs dash square by 2 is equal to all these terms. Okay, so we want time for this only. Okay, we rearrange to write what is this term. Okay, so we can write what is t dash minus t naught equal to, so this term right hand side is going to be the same. This will go, this all will go to numerator and this all will go to denominator because this t is in the other side. So I can say rho a rt going to the numerator and this rs naught square minus rs dash square by 2. All this term will go to the denominator 2p dab ma ln of p minus pa naught by p minus pas.
Sir, that is P minus PA infinity, na? Not PA naught.
Yeah, infinity, sorry. Please change that. Yeah, it is PA infinity everywhere. Z when you substitute in the numerical, that will become 0. Okay, PA infinity.
So there PMA by RT is not density, right?
Where is that?
PMA by RT.
Total pressure is considering A and B, no? You cannot cancel it out, right?
Sir, we cannot take that, sir.
Yeah. That's why when you say rho of a mixture, we have that formula. PM average by RT. So that is of the mixture. When I say M average. Okay. So that way this will come. So this is the expression. Steady state diffusion of A through a variable area. So this equation is applicable for raindrop or naphthalene ball. As I said, this what we are considering from the surface to the bulk of the air, it is moving in diffusive flux we are considering, right? But actually the effect of the convection will be there. That's why they were telling this. Practically this situation may not come, but only for special case like closed container. As I say, when I say I have a closed room in which I am hanging some naphthalene ball and trying to do experiment, there is only this kind of thing is applicable, right? No fan is running in the room like that. Okay, so this is the expression. Okay. So what he will do, I ask you is do the homework for cylindrical shape. Okay, cylindrical shape means what change will come into the picture, I'll let you know. When you are writing these terms, yeah, when you are writing this, initially two places you have to replace. In one place you have to replace the surface area. If the same derivation we have to do for cylinder, so what we'll do is here when you are writing the same this, if it is cylindrical shaped, in cylindrical shaped what we will consider is, if I say it is a sublimation of a naphthalene ball, and I will say this is too lengthy, say the cylinder is so long such that the length of the cylinder is very much larger than diameter. So what I can say, the evaporation or sublimation is taking place from this surface is majority, and this end can be, I can say two ways. Either I can say this both ends are sealed, no sublimation is taking place from this surface. That way one assumption can be done. Or in second case, what we can say is it is negligible. The sublimation taking place at these two ends are negligible because the diameter is very much small, but the length is high. Okay, so the length is some say 100 meters, it is only 0.1 or 1 centimeter, then we can say that the length of the cylinder is more than d. So simply we will consider what is taking place in the surface of the cylinder. So in this place, surface area of the cylinder, L is the length, what is this circumference? Okay, so that only we will consider, right? It can be 2 pi r into L, like that. Is that right? What is the surface area for cylinder?
2 pi r h, 2 pi r L.
L, right? So here we have to replace 2 pi r, 2 pi r L. Okay, so what will happen here? R square term is there. Accordingly, you are going to have only R term. When we are integrating somewhere here with respect to R, here what we got is R square term or something. So in place of that, you are going to have other terms, right? So when we are integrating here, you had this R differently because it gets cancelled, right? So here also rate of evaporation is going to change with respect to volume. Okay, so what is the rate of evaporation you will be writing? So once you write the rate of evaporation, that can be equated, and finally you are going to rearrange to get W value. Okay, so first you will get W value, then here at this place instead of volume you will be using volume of the cylinder. Okay, so that is going to be pi r square into L, that will be changing. So accordingly R will get cancelled. Okay, so when you make the balance between W and rate of vaporization, here RS and RS square is there, so they got RS and RS square, one RS got cancelled. Whereas here when you also it is going to change, surface area also it is going to change. So accordingly there will be minor change, and you may have different RS coming into picture in this place. Okay, but procedure is ditto. So we have to follow the same procedure to arrive at the expression to determine the time required. Okay. So in this lecture, we have discussed about steady state diffusion through varying cross section area considering a spherical shaped particle, and we can do cylindrical shaped particle as homework. Okay. In the next lecture, we will do some numericals on this topic. Okay. Thank you so much for joining this classroom. If you have any doubts, please contact me.